Okay, welcome back to the channel. So today we've got this wall that needs to come off. That you can see, but it's got an insulated board and it's not got insulated board on this side. So what we've got is the borders have come through, they've brought the insulated board through. Some house types have it like this, some don't. You alright, pal? So what we've got is where they come through with the insulated board, some house types have it where it comes through, some don't. So our borders have boarded it wrong by accident, but so today we've got to take this board off. We'll take the two boards off and we'll put some more boards on, dab them on and we'll get them flush with that wall. First thing we're going to want to do is take this off. I've been around the edges with a knife, just took the edges off with a knife, just put your chisel into it. Okay, what you'll find with insulated boards, you have a foil on the back, they're quite easy to bring off. A lot of the time you get them off in one. Let's see if we can get it. Okay, we'll get a knife. So as you can see now, we've got to where it's been dabbed. That is actually a straight board as well, but the wall comes out. So we'll have to have a look at this. It might have to be a 6mm board to find out. That cable's free. Alright, pal.
What's wrong? What's wrong here?
There's a step in the wall there. That shouldn't have been insulated board on there. That's got to sit flush with them.
All right.
It's a different outside because if it comes out there, you can't get your arcs through your door.
Oh, can I bring my stuff just for
Yeah, of course you can, my mate. Yeah. Sorry, I was just videoing. I do YouTube channel. So I was doing the video for the YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't worry, you're alright, my mate. You just come in and work. Okay, so we've got the boards off. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these snots. So hammer and chisel, taking about 20 minutes, half an hour. A little bit tedious, but away we go. So I'll knock the first one off. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off, save the battery. Okay, so we're taking the boards off. We're taking off all these dabs. What we're going to do now is we're going to put a straight edge on it, just to make sure we've got enough. It might be tight, it's going to be tight at the bottom, but we should get it just. Okay, so now we're going to dab some board onto this. Now, the perimeters are always a full dab, so your bottom and your top will be a solid dab all the way along. I'll bring this side and a solid dab as well. Okay, so I've mixed up some drywall adhesive. I'm going to come along this top edge now. I'm going to give it a solid dab. It looks very tight on that top as well, so it won't take a lot. Okay, so we put our drywall adhesive on. We've done a solid bond at the top, solid bond at the bottom, and burr it through at the edge like that. We'll tuck this cable out of the way so we don't trap it in. Now I've already cut the boards, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide them over and I'm going to dab them into place. Okay, so we've got our board into position now. There's a slight gap at the top still. What I've done, on the bottom, it's rested on a packer, which is a piece of plasterboard. And I have this, which is a board lifter. So I just push that under the board, step on that and it'll lift it slightly. When that lifts, what I'll do is I'll put another packer underneath, just to get it tight with the top. So we've got it tight with the top now. So what I'm going to do, slide that underneath there, tap it in a bit, and we're good to go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, and make sure we're tight up against that edge. Yep, we're tight up against that edge. So we're going to use a straight edge now. And the straight edge will bring it from that wall, and it should bring it through flush. Top it a bit. Now what I'm looking for is I want that to sit completely flush on there, and these are feather edge boards, so we'll tape and joint them gaps. Okay, so we're happy we've got this one on now. We're happy that one's flush. We'll bring this one through now. I'm just going to add a little bit more dab to that edge. So again, this is just to ensure that these two have got no movement. Okay, so we've got this cable here as well. So what we're going to do, we'll feed that through the back of here. Keep tight, keep it tensioned. We're a little bit tight on the edge, so I'm just going to run a knife through it. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, so same thing again. I get the board lifter, lift it slightly and put it on that packer. It's gone up lovely. So because this one's been dabbed on, we're going to be gentler now. What we don't want to do is crush that in too far. Okay, so if you put the straight edge across it, we're happy that's flush. We're happy it's flush there. A little bit there. Perfect. Okay, so we've got that on now. We know we've got it all flush. What we've got to do now, just give that a little bit, just let the adhesive dry a little bit. We'll get it all scrimmed up. So we're going to tape and joint it. So we'll put the tape there, we'll put the tape across the top, we'll put the tape into this corner, put the tape across there. What I'll do is we'll do it with we've got Easy Fill 20 today, we've got Easy Fill 60, we'll use Easy Fill 20, bring it through and we'll finish it without sanding. So we've tabbed our boards on, still a little bit soft behind, it's not firmed up properly, but we're going to start applying our screw tape now. So it's a mesh tape, and all we're going to do is we're going to cover the joints with it. This will give it a bit of strength, stop it cracking. You just want to tuck it into the corner. I'm trying to be really gentle because it's still a little bit wet behind. Okay, so we've got that tucked into the corner now. You'll see at the top there, I've left it just short, because when I put that piece on, I don't want them to overlap. Okay? I'll come down with this side first. Okay, so we've got our boards on, we've put our mesh tape on. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to give it 10 minutes, I'm going to go and get myself a brew. Let that firm up just a little bit, and then we'll get some gear mixed up and we'll get it finished. Okay, so we've put these boards on, we've scrim taped it all up on the joints. We're now going to mix up some filler. So this is just an Easy Fill 20. 20 just dictates it's going off in 20 minutes. So we've got a bit of clean water in a bucket. We've got a mixing paddle. We've got the powder. We'll add the powder to the water. We'll give it a little whisk. Okay, so we've mixed up some filler. Now, we'll get a bit out and show you what it's like. So it's fairly wet, as you can see. We get a bit on the board. Now, there's two ways we can do this now. Just one moment. So we have a corner trowel, so we can put some in, we can run a corner trowel along it. And then we get both edges at once. Or, as I'm going to do today, we'll put the corner trowel down. Because it's a 20-minute easy fill, it doesn't take long to go off. I'll show you quickly the best way for me to do this now. So, firstly, get a bit on my knife. Now, quick trick for you. Instead of doing it like that and coming down and down and down and across, just put some on the edge of your knife like that. And just bring it through like that. Again. So the reason we're not going to do both sides, like I say, it's a 20-minute easy fill, it's going to go off fast anyway. So we're going to do our first coat now with this. It saves us disturbing when we're doing that side as well, disturbing the work we've already putting on. We'll move this up along a little bit. So again, some on the edge of your knife, and then just come across. All we're looking to do is get that coverage into them corners to try and get a little bit of coverage over our string tape, over our mesh tape. Okay, so we're happy with that. Now what we'll do, I'll do the same on that edge, and I'll bring these two through. So as you can see, lovely wet gear. Just push that tape in there, make sure it's all the way in the corner. So again, I'm going to put some on the corner of my knife, the edge of my knife, tuck it in and bring it through. I always give it a second pass just to make sure I'm flattening. So again, some of the edge of your knife and bring it through. Again, got the edge of my knife, run it down and through. A bit more on that corner, and then I said it's your first coat, so you want to try and get it on neat, but not overfilled. What you don't want to do at this stage is have it sat too proud on the wall, and then you just got to keep filling and filling and filling. That'll just give you too much sanding. Again, we'll bring this middle through. I'm just going to spread a little bit through, put my knife on, just take it through like that. Back over the edge. Just tidy up. Then we'll get a little bit on this. I'm just going to bring that through. Like I say, just tidy them edges off. Now, I've been using my filling knife to get these corners. Personally, I prefer using a trowel for most of my work. We will be using a trowel to finish this today anyway. So I'm going to bring this through with the trowel. It's just quicker for me. I just find it a lot easier, a lot faster. So again, just get it on. Keep the edges clean all the time. Again, just putting it on. I don't want to put too much pressure on these boards because we know we only dabbed them on about an hour ago, so it is still just drying. Okay, we've got a bit of damage on that board there. So while we're here, give that a little coat. So again, same on this side, get a bit of gear out. So for me, that's on my trowel. I'm just going to butter it in. Like I say, I need to be fairly gentle because this was only put on an hour ago. So you can see I'm keeping it flush and flat to the wall. As that dries, it will start sucking in just slightly. We've got obviously a bit of a snotter in there. Can you see that? It's just torn it slightly. Take that out. So it's get a bit in. And up and across. Second pass, just to clean off any of the excess. Okay, because that's an easy fill 20, I can give that 20 minutes now. I know that'll firm up. I can come back, bring them other sides in, give that an extra coat. So we're going to leave that now, just to firm up a little bit. Once it's firmed up, come back and we'll give it an extra coat. So while that's happening, I'm going to go and get a butty. Okay, so we put our first coat on there. We've allowed it to firm up. Like I said, it'll suck in and just slightly come back a little bit. So what we've got to do now is give it all a second coat and bring these edges in. First thing I'm going to do, because we know that's firmed up now so it can't be damaged, I'll bring that top edge in, I'll bring this side through. So again, just easy fill 20. If you're doing this at home, I would recommend you use easy fill 60, just gives you a little bit more time. A bit on the edge of my knife, we'll start in this corner and bring it through. Again, so on the edge of my knife, in that corner, and just bring it through. All we're looking for now, like I say, is a bit of coverage over that scrim tape. Beautiful. Bring it in from this edge. So again, when you're doing this, I don't know if you can see, so my filling knife, that bit's square, it doesn't taper inwards like that. So that gives me the corner, the edge, to be able to put it on like that and just run it straight into that corner. You see? Just slide over it. Make sure I've got it nice and flat and tucked in. Okay, so now we've done that, I'm going to come back over, I'm going to give all these another coat. But what I'm going to do is use my trowel.
What are you doing with yourself?
The YouTube channel, mate. I've got a YouTube channel.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I do tutorials for people.
Brilliant.
Good at
Yeah.
Chris Patcher. Find me on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Thank you, Sean. Okay, sorry about that, YouTube. We've just been slightly interrupted, but what we'll do, we're going to carry on. I'm going to bring this edge in now. Like I say, I get the trowel on it. I know I can get it nice and flat. And tuck it in. A bit there. This corner, what'll happen, half the tray will go on there, cover most of that. It's only a thin. Okay, so I brought my top in, I brought my side in. For me now, I'm going to use my trowel. I'm going to bring that top through, bring the edge through, bring them two through. So it's a 20-minute easy fill, so it won't take long. So again, tuck it, my trowel in, give it a little wobble, just bring it through. And every time I'm doing this now, what I'm looking to do is keep that edge as fine as I can. So a little bit on my trowel. And every time, just making sure I've got it flat into the corners and I've got it flat. You see, I give it 2 passes every time. Shut the door. I'll show you now exactly how much we use. So I've got it on my handboard there. I'm just going to run that across. I don't need a great deal to do on the edge. I just need a little bit on just to bring it through. So just a tiny bit on your trowel. Now, like I said, you could do this with a corner trowel, with a switcher, but what you find is you don't get the edges as fine. So, for me, we won't be coming back to sand this. This will be getting wet finish today. We'll be getting wet finish in about half an hour. A little bit more on that edge. Bring that through. Okay, got my bucket. Okay, so I've got a 1-inch brush here. That's all it is, a little 1-inch brush. Just got it out of my water bucket. It's slightly damp, I'll give it a shake. I'm just going to bring that through. There we go. Back in the bucket. Bad shot. Bring it through again. So we've got 20-minute easy fill, so it won't take too long. That's Sean, everybody.
Hi.
Sean said hello. Okay, so we've got that on now. I've got it in the corners. I'm happy with that. Leave that one moment. I'll bring this edge through, and I'll bring them two through. So again, I use my trowel for this. So I just want a little bit on my trowel. I'm just going to bring that through. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. So I've got a bit on my trowel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in there and just run it up and down just a little bit and then bring it across. So again, just set it into the corner and bring it out. Again, set it into the corner and bring it out. Now, because this is a second coat on this one, we're looking to cover that scrim so we've not got, you can't see the little checkered lines coming out through it. So I'll show you again here now, just tuck it in, give it a little run down, come across. Up and down, come across. So again, flattening as I go, making sure we've got enough coverage on it and we've not got any lips. A little bit down in this bottom. Okay, so we're going to bring these flat pieces through now. So like I say, because these are feather edge boards and they're tapered inwards there and there, that's that line that it leaves you. So what we've got to do now, as that's sunk back just slightly, only ever so slightly, we're just going to give it another coat. So again, a little bit on, come across. Sorry pal, you alright? Come in, you alright?
Someone said you were cooking.
Video for YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, just got a YouTube channel, man, mate. Sorry about this YouTube, we're having a bit of a laugh with the lads, but don't worry.
Right, leave it to it,
No worry, bud. Okay, so what we're going to do now, and carry on, sorry about the interruptions, YouTube, but the lads are coming in to say hello, we'll see how we're getting on. So you can see I'm putting it on, ruling off, literally, put it on, and then rule off. Put it on, rule off. There we go. So that's now had 2 coats. I'm just going to go back over that top edge, bring that other side through, so they've had 2 coats, as this is firming up. Like I say, it's an easy fill 20, so I've not got much longer with it. What you'll find is this flashes really fast. So 1 minute it's usable, next minute it's just gone rock hard. So we put 2 coats on this now. Now that has sucked in the first coat. Oh, we've got a bit of a tear there. Can you see? I don't know if you can see that. Must have missed it. So sometimes if you get a bit of a lump in it, it'll just drag and pull out. There you go. Yep, so we've got our 2 coats on that now. We're allowing it to firm up. Leave that now, give it 10 minutes, let it dry in a bit, and we'll come back, finish it without sanding. So today, we're using this stuff. Got a brand new tub of it there, 2 pret jointing skim ready to use. Use it all the time, as you can see by my buckets. It's absolutely belting gear. So I'll show you how to finish it all without sanding. Quick job. Okay, so we put our first 2 coats on here now. We've allowed it to firm up. So we're going to use this now, the 2 pret, it's a brand new tub, get it opened. Okay, so this stuff is absolutely fantastic. Now, what a lot of the lads will do is put half a cup of water, mix it in just to make it a bit thinner. Personally, I don't mind using it as it is. I'm just stir it in a little bit. I don't want to put my mixing paddle in here in case it's got any lumps in it. So I'm just going to knock it up a little bit and get some on my handboard. So you can see with this stuff, really gooey, nice and wet. Now this dries with contact with the air. Get that lid on nice and tight. Oh, I'm going to get a trowel. Okay, so we've got our 2 pret now. It's a 2 pret jointing skim. You don't need that little filling now, you don't need that. So what I'll do is I'll start at the top. Like I say, this dries with contact with the air, so it won't take long. I only put this on really, really fine. So I'm going to bring all this through now. We're going to come past our original passes. I'll show you how to do it without sanding. So again, bit on the trowel. We're going to tuck it into the corner and we're going to bring it across. This is where the magic happens, YouTube. So as I'm bringing it through now, I'll talk through it. So we'll send it into the corner and then rolling off. Fairly flat, send it into the corner and rule off. So again, fairly flat, send it into the corner, rule off. Fairly flat, rule off. So every time, now we know we've brushed them edges in before, we know we've got it tight into that corner. So this now, I want to keep it as fine as I can. So again, a little bit of a trowel. You can see I'm just setting it into that corner, fairly flat, bring the trowel on edge and rule off. Bring the trowel on edge and rule off. Okay, those of you that watched the channel before will know what's coming next. So we have an orange sponge float, it's a medium coarse sponge float. With a run it along this edge, it's got a little bit of moisture on it. So we're going to land it in the bucket, get in there. Okay, so we've wet that edge up now. So what we've got to do, you want your clean blade of your trowel, come back and rule off. I'll show you what we take off, what we get in a minute. So we've literally took nothing off it. It's just wet up that edge and it's made it nice and fine. Again now, we're going to bring the same in. We know that's dry now. It's dry to the touch, it dries with the air. We've only put it on lightly. So again, some on my trowel, a little bit more. I don't have a lot on it. Just set it into that corner, bring it down, and then roll off. So again, some on my trowel. Doesn't have to be a lot. Set it into that corner, down and rule off. So you can see, as I'm setting it into the corner, I'm running my trowel backwards and forwards. Again, set it into the corner, bring it down and rule off. Set it into the corner, bring it down and rule off. Like I said, we know that top's dry already. It dries with the air. So this now, tube prep for me, absolutely perfect for fine finishing. Okay, I'll bring that corner in, the other side to it, and I'll do these 2 flaps. Okay, so quick tip for you. When I'm putting this on my trowel, you'll see there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can either take it off, but for me, I'm putting far too much on there. So what I'll do is I'll literally clean that off. I get it on my board like that, and just strike my blade across it. You can see it'll take some off. So again, you can see it's just putting it on there, that edge for me. One more time, just getting it on that edge. Now it's easier, I can do it that way. So just your one is a bit on that edge. It's a fine line. So we're going to bring this top through now. So as you take your time with it, get it on nice and flat, this saves you sanding. The problem you've got with sanding is the dust. You don't want that dust. Into the corner, bring it across. Again, into the corner, bring it across. We're always going past our original pass. Our first 2 passes. Don't mind, mate. Okay, so that's our edges brought in now. Bring that up again. So what I'm going to do, now with this, what I want to do, even though I've kept the edges fine, I'm going to come out past each side. Same with that one, past each side. That way I can feather it and bring it even finer. So again now, we're going to bring these through. Now we know it's nice and flat. He says. That's where sometimes when you're coming up with your first and second coat, when you stop with your trowel, wherever you stop, you might get a little line. That's what I found just there then. So again, bit on my trowel. This time I can put a bit more on. I'm going to come across them. Now you can see, as I've gone over there, there's a slack, a hollow. There's one there, and one there. So it shows you how much that's sunk back. So we just want a bit of coverage on it. And then trowel, blade on edge, come down and rule it off. Keep the edges nice and tidy. Again, come down and just rule it off. So again, going to come past the originals. I'm going to come down and rule it off. Again, past my originals and rule it off. Okay, so we've got that ruled off. What we need to do now is get our sponge. I'll bring the bucket over actually. So again, we're going to take our sponge float, get rid of some of the moisture off it. I'm going to bring these 2 edges in now. So again, I'm not looking to soak this. All I'm doing, this is just going to save me sanding them edges. Now I know I've troweled this on fairly flat. So it is literally just keeping that edge as fine as I can. Again now, put this down, take off any excess. Okay, so them edges now are nice and fine. That'll be drying with the air. We'll come along now, just get this last bit done, and then we're off to the next job. So again, same principle, I might need to get a bit more gear out. We'll come past. You see, we're just gonna make sure we come past there. We want to keep the edges as fine as we can. So trowel one edge, bring it down, and you're just taking off what you don't need. We'll get a bit more gear out. Okay, YouTube. Okay, so we've got our 3 coats on. I do apologise about the noise and interruptions today, YouTube. This is where we're at. We're working on building site, so we expect all the trades to be around us. Okay, so we've got all these edges nice and fine. Sponge floated it, make sure they're all nice and fine. What we're going to do now is leave that. I'm back in here next week, I think. One day next week, so we'll be doing a general patching here anyway. So we'll check it out, make sure it's all good. But for me, that's paintable now. Finished, all in, everything's tidy. It's got the scrim tape on. It's all nice and flush. We got a big straight edge. Over everything, beautiful. Can't see any gaps, that's what you need. Same when you're doing that one. So we've got it on, nice and square. Like I say, put our drywall adhesive on. Let's see if that's gone off. I can show you now, because we've got an old hand board here that used to be drywall adhesive. You can see it's still not gone off properly. So we've not done bad with that, to be fair. We've got it on, we've got it boarded, all covered, all scrimmed up and finished. So if you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe, plenty more stuff coming on the channel. If you've watched this far all the way to the end, like I say, apologies for the disruptions today. And if you're one of my original subscribers and you've been watching all the time, apologies. I've not had anything out for a while. Been due to a couple of things really. I've been stuck on a job, just doing the same boring job every single day. There's no video content in it whatsoever. So today, luckily, I've managed to get a decent video out, or hopefully a decent video. I've got another job to go and do around the corner now on the same site. And hopefully we'll be able to get a belting video for that one. So it comes like that, YouTube. Sometimes it could be 3, 4, 5 weeks where I'm doing the same stuff. Other times I might be able to make 2 in a day. So I'll always keep trying for you. Like I say, just another quick job done. So happy days. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.